Amar Sajid, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Well,
Always
fine.
good to see you, Mr. Faisal.
Yeah, and happy to meet you here
Happy
in
to.
OFEC in Casablanca. That's um, a very famous space for shows, exposition here in Morocco. And happy to be here for this international trade show in textile of textile and clothing and garment here in Morocco. We're going to talk about this show, but we're also going to talk about, if you please, about the textile sector in Morocco, what he, what it's been through the years, the ups and the downs, and the current position, the current situation of this sector here in Morocco, and why it's interesting and important for people who are listening to us or watching us to invest here in Morocco. So let's first talk about the AMITH, because you're the VP of the AMITH. I'm going to tell it in French, Association Marocaine des Industries du Textile et de l'Habillement. That's the Moroccan Association of Textile and Garment Industries. Can you tell a few words about the association?
Thank you, Mr. Faisal. Indeed, AMITH is the Association of Industrial Manufacturers in Morocco, and it has been founded in 1960, which shows that's an old one. And it's the only official association in Morocco that represents the manufacturers. AMITH has, throughout the years, developed to be more than a simple association, where today the basic role is to take care of the needs of the industry, the developments of the industry, the forecasts of the industry, where it needs to go. AMITH has broadened the spectrum of work since the last 30 or 40 years, where AMITH now is involved even in the training. Perhaps we'll talk about it later, the training of the talents that the industry needs. Also in the schools, the technical labs. So we have a wide range of activities. One of the activities mainly, which is this fair, as we're here in OFEC, is for the promotion of exports for textile manufacturers. And it's organized by AMITH every single year. We are the 21st edition this year. And what is special this year is that we have the ambition to take the sector to an international dimension. And one of the first steps that we judge necessary is the fair, which is why, as you've seen probably around the fair, we have partnered with one of the biggest and most professional organizers of fairs worldwide, which is SAMS Global. And our ambition is within the next years to take it to an international level, to have a complete worldwide exposition of the textile industry in Morocco, especially for nearshoring, which is something we probably will talk about, and also to make this a hub for African countries and to have a textile that we call today in AMITH, Africa for Africa.
So you talked about a lot of points that I would like to emphasize on, but let's talk just very quickly. You talked about the fair. We've been here for 3 days. Today is the last, we're Saturday, that's the third day. And you just told me before we began to record this podcast that was incredible. And I had figures, I think 10,000 visitors were there for 2 days, for the two first days. And then we hear Saturday, there are still a lot of people coming today. Agreements were signed, a lot of international visitors were there. So if you could just say, is it successful? Can you say this fair is successful?
Well, this fair, I think you've pretty much summarized everything, but this fair was extremely successful. As you said at the beginning, I don't have the exact numbers of the visitors, but what I can frankly say is that day one, there were so many visitors that at the entrance they were backed up so much. But the most important, was this fair successful? This fair has shown this. First of all, it is the first edition that is under the high patronage of the King Mohammed VI. It is the first edition, which is very, very important and shows how much the industry is important in Morocco. So we got full support day one from all government institutions. I will not mention one by one. And also the key highlights of the fair was the signing of an MOU with Euratex. Euratex is the equivalent of AMITH
for the European Union.
For the European Union, which encompasses,
which represent the European market for textile.
Like all
okay, so
European members. It's
right.
not like it's not like you made a partnership with one country or the other. We made a partnership with the European Union, the two federations, and which is a first. Which is a first for us. There are a lot of positive perspective that.
So let's talk about the perspectives. Let's understand why we here in 2024 in Morocco. We are both Moroccan, you and I. We've seen what we've been through, where the Moroccan was 25 years ago and now. And especially for the textile sector, there's been a lot of ups and downs. We can just remember 2005, the end of the multi-fiber agreement, the globalization, China, Turkey, competition around the world, cost prediction. If you could just give us some milestones, very important milestones of this sector, and why today, in 2024, it's the moment for investors to come in Morocco to invest in this particular sector.
It's very well said, Faisal. Indeed, before the 2005, before the multi-fiber agreement went into place, the Moroccan textile industry had a very strong upstream and downstream. When I say upstream, just for the common knowledge, upstream means from weaving, from spinning, all the way to finished products. And cutting and sewing is what we call upstream. So we had a very strong industry. In 2005, with the globalization, all the main orders went over to Asia, the big ones.
So that was very difficult for us. Very hard, yes.
So the Moroccan textile industry transformed itself and showed another time its resilience by transforming itself to a near-shore destination, which has been the business model going on from 2008 until now. And this resilience is shown by numbers. We are an industry where our employment numbers are steady. They're growing a little bit, but there's with all this changes that happened, there was not a collapse.
Yep.
In terms of jobs, and
everybody was expecting.
Yeah, everybody was expecting.
Journalists, media will say, "Okay, so this sector is dead."
It's dead.
Yeah.
And the sector has shown a great resilience, and we are still the number one industrial employer in terms of effective in Morocco.
Yeah.
Up to today, there are other sectors that now exports more in value, but in terms of manpower, we're still number one industrial employer in Morocco.
And it still represents, I think, 7% of the industrial GDP in Morocco. And it has to increase.
Yes, it has to increase. The numbers in exports, we have an annual growth that's an average of 8%, which is extraordinary. This sector, again, showed resilience in COVID, where since we don't have platforms for online shopping, it's not developed as in other developed countries. The sector was up and running and very fast and transformed itself with, as you know, Morocco was one of the first countries to be autonomous in masks in a lot of needs during COVID. And that shows a strong resilience.
Let me ask you the last question about competition. So Morocco has been developing his industrial development strategy for many years. So we've succeeded in car industry, in renewable energy industry. So let's talk about this sector, textile. There is no reason why we couldn't go I mean, forward. So, what are our strengths towards the big competitors like China? I mean, China, it's very difficult to compete China, but China, Bangladesh, Turkey, Vietnam, all these countries are our competitors. So, what are our main strengths compared to these countries?
Well, our main strength, first of all, is our manpower. I keep saying it today. The Moroccan manpower is very talented. Very talented. It's very skilled and it has a true expertise today. That's it's really valued with big buyers worldwide. So that's the first strength is manpower. The second one, which is you mentioned before, what's the future of the industry? The second one that's most important is all the new regulations put in place by the European Union with regards to the climate change.
Yeah.
This is the biggest opportunity today for Morocco, that no matter what the prices of the competitors are in Asia or Turkey, they can never be as close as we are to our main market, which is Europe. So, and this is one of the objectives today of the signature of the MOU with the Euratex is today AMITH is going to be again at the forefront and anticipate what will happen by working together on a digital passport. Today, the digital passport of the clothes will be the future for the industry. As you know, the European Union put in regulations. Every single T-shirt we need to have a traceability.
Yeah, labels. We have
labels,
GPSD,
everything.
reach.
So,
I've seen all the regulations.
So,
it's huge.
So in Morocco, we're already one step ahead, and people don't maybe realize it, but we do, and in the industry realize it. We are one step ahead. Our country already uses 38% of renewable energy in its national grid.
Yes.
A lot of countries, I don't think there are many countries that have reached this number, and it's anticipated to reach, I believe, 52% by 2030. So that's number one. You may be graded. The second one, our industry. Where is the problem today with other industries with regards to climate changes and other regulations? The industry that will lower your score, that will penalize you, is the finishing and the dyeing. That's where the most pollution is. Our industry is upstream, mainly is cutting and sewing.
Yes.
So today, how much will it cost for an entire industry in a country like Bangladesh or China to reinvent itself to meet the new regulations? It's going to cost a lot of time and money. Today, in Morocco, we have the opportunity to start it from scratch because we don't have one. We're very weak on it. So that's a huge opportunity, and we see a lot of interest for the destination Morocco for textiles because of all these matters. And today, the country that will succeed, or the industries that will succeed, are the ones that will be complying to these new regulations the fastest way and the most efficient way.
And we've seen that Moroccan government has helped and has set a lot of programs to accompany companies to meet all this regulation and expectation from European Union for the Moroccan exports. Okay, so I think I'm done with you, but just to say that we're going to host the Soccer World Cup in 2030, and then we're going to need a lot of textile producing.
Okay, yeah. It is something also that's in the pipeline of AMITH, is how to meet this demand. And again, it's nearshoring. We cannot predict today, or even like when the World Cup starts, who's going to win the quarterfinals. But one team needs, and everybody needs a shirt. You need the nearshoring. So nearshoring today, with all the ecological, is the key, is a strong competitive measure. And today, with the geographic location of Morocco, it is ours, and nobody can take it away from us.
Thank you so much, Roma, for being with us.
Always a pleasure
On this podcast, and see you very soon.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Thank you.